Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness here on magnificent Monday here in Connecticut. Actually, guys, the weather outside is frightful. It's very, very windy, and I just got a flicker of the power. I'm hoping I can get this up. So I'll scoot through it real quick and get it done. Haven't played a note today. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. The biggest myth in trumpet playing. The biggest myth in chops. It's huge. Anyway, if you've been following these videos, you know what I'm going to say. But drive the point home. It comes up a lot in my students, with my students. Anyway, let me honk a little bit and talk about the myth. Anyway, no warm-up. The first notes of the day. And double C that would make Maynard blush. And I got a lot of complaints. Oh, you never play soft. That was as soft and as dainty as Maurice could ever do. Guys, it's all here. I control it all here. The timbre, the power, the rate. Anyway, that's not the point. The biggest myth, I still get it with my students. Guys, that you have to practice. You have to practice to keep your chops up. Guys, I get it all the time. Students canceling. Well, I didn't get a chance to practice this week. Guys, no, I sound real good. I got a lot of good practicing in this week. Okay, now here's the deal, guys. Please, hang on my every word. You do not have to practice to keep the chops up or to develop the chops. All right? But here's the thing. If your chops are right, you make more progress with the chops the more you practice. Okay? Let me explain. Guys, I've said it a zillion times. We are not developing muscles. Guys, any other trumpet player in the world, is going to let you pull on his chops while he's buzzing? Guys, I can't do that while I'm actually playing the trumpet, because A, I'm holding the trumpet and it jostles the mouthpiece, okay? So I do it when I spit buzz it. These don't count. I am not developing muscles. I'm not trying to do my bench presses. And I do 175 10 times this week. And next week I'm going to go for 180 10 times. Then after that I'm going for 180 15 times. No. If your chops are in the right place, you can play a double C. You do not have to practice to keep your chops great or to develop chops. That's why I had Harry James on the front. He's the poster boy. Maynard is the other in all these pictures. Guys, they didn't practice. And guys, I love this one. Excuse me, Mr. Ferguson, 5 minutes. Oh, no, I can't do it. I need 20 more minutes of long tones. But no, they're not doing that. Mr. James, 5 minutes. No, can't do it. Wait. I need a few minutes with a stupid pencil in my mouth or some gadget that this guy sold me this and I got to get it. Jeez, man. They don't do that. 5 minutes, Mr. Ferguson. All right, what's taking you so long? is it? Not only not practice, they barely warm up. Anyway, why? Because we are not trying to develop muscle. In the traditional sense, our muscles and the orbicularis oris, other than the vibrating surface, is dormant. It's all done with the tongue. Every single one of your tongue, unless there's some sort of genetic predisposition that you have a weak tongue, guys, you have all the strength you need to play a double C and to play strong and have all the endurance you want. Lynn Nicholson, last week, 2 weeks ago, doesn't want to practice. He said Maynard never practiced. He said you got to get a mouthpiece that will do that, and I guess I agree with him to a certain degree. The 1SB will allow you to do that, but guys, you don't have to do it. That is the biggest myth. Now, here's the deal. As I said before, here's the second part of it, and the third part. Okay, the second part. If your chops are right, practice as much as you want. As much as you want, and the more you practice, the better your chops will progress. The better chops will feel. You should feel better after an hour than these did when you started. Your chops should be better after 2 hours than they did after one, and on and on and on. If your chops are right. Here's the addendum to that. If your chops are not right, the more you practice, the more your chops, the worse your chops are going to get. That's just a fact. I've been there. You've been there. Jerry's been there. Maynard, Harry have not been there. The chops have been right from the beginning. But guys, now, what does require practice is the technique. To keep the technique coordinated with the fingers, coordinated with the articulations and all that sort of stuff, and get faster and faster and faster, yes, that needs practice. To develop the virtuosity needed, okay? To play a Brandenburg 8 shows a week and never miss a note. That is where the practice comes in if the chops are right. Now that is the part of the puzzle that I am missing now. Do I have the chops to play a Brandenburg or a Michael Haydn or a Maynard Ferguson concert? Absolutely. Can I do it without missing a note? No, because I only practice about an hour a day. That is where the virtuosity comes in. Now, if I practice 3 hours a day, yes, my triple C would come quicker. Okay? That's just a fact, guys. And it's the biggest myth in trumpet playing. And some of our idols perpetuated that myth. Doc Severinsen, man, God bless him. God bless him. But if your chops are not right, you can practice more than Doc, and your chops will just get worse. They will not get better. If you are tightening up your corners, you're going to have to put pressure on the chops to keep the grip together, and the more hours you do with the pressure, the more damage you're going to do to the tissue, scarring, swelling, cutting. No? How many times, even you guys that are not playing correctly, if for some reason you took a week or two off, okay? Either you're sick, you couldn't bring your trumpet on a trip, whatever the case may be, and you came back and for 15 minutes you sounded like Maynard himself. All of a sudden it started to dissipate. Why did you get that spike when you come back? Because for 2 weeks, you didn't tighten your corners. And as long as you never tighten your corners, you're not going to have to practice to keep your chops up. Biggest myth in trumpet. Anyway, eat and drink fruits and vegetables, and live your life with true power, and hope I can get this up before the power comes out. Anyway, love you all.